Hello everyone, Joel Tubman here from Golf Monthly, and in this video I'm going to be testing and comparing 3 different golf shoes that come in at 3 different prices to really try and find out if the more money you spend on a pair of golf shoes, is there extra performance to be had. We all know if you invest in a pair of golf shoes that the tour players, the best players in the world are wearing, it can cost you a lot of money, but I want to find out if it is actually worth the money that you spend. So we're testing them here on the golf course at West Hill. We're going to be playing 6 holes in each of the pairs of shoes to find out if there are incremental gains to be had the more money you spend. So I think it's about time I'm going to talk you through the 3 different shoes I've chosen for this test, and then we'll touch on the performance of each of those. So let's get started. Right, okay, so these are the 3 models of golf shoe I've chosen for this test. You can see they're all spikeless, and the cheap option I've gone for is the Rife Golf RF01. You can get it from American Golf. Comes in at £59.99 and only comes in 2 different colorways and comes in sizes 7 to 11, so relatively limited options. The one piece of technology to talk about is this rubber Ultra Track outsole, so you can see lots of different shaped lugs on the sole to give you grip in different conditions and different lies. So that's the cheap option. Then we move up into the mid-priced option. This is the Skechers Go Golf Elite V4. Comes in 5 different colors and sizes 6.5 to 12, so a few different options here. Comes in at £99, and I would say the one key piece of technology to talk about is the Goga Maps cushioning underfoot. So with Skechers you always get a soft feeling underfoot, and this I would say definitely delivers that. And unsurprisingly, the premium option I've gone for, the most expensive shoe in this test, is the FootJoy Pro SL, the new one for 2020. This comes in a much wider range of sizes and fits, especially 4 different fits, sizes from 6 to 12, but they are available on MyJoy, the online platform where you can get more sizes and more customization there. So definitely greater amount of choice with the FootJoy Pro SL. Comes in at £149.99, and I'd say the key piece of technology here is the Infinity outsole. So it's been made a little bit wider. There's more contact points from the sole with the ground, so it should give you better grip and also better perimeter stability as well. So those are the 3 options I've chosen. Like I said, going to play 6 holes in each. I'm interested to see what the differences in performance are, but I think originally kind of looking at the styling of these shoes, for me I'd say FootJoy Pro SL probably the most stylish, but then I would actually say the Rife Golf is probably the next stylish. It's very neutral, would go with a lot of different outfits. And it's pretty clean and classic, fairly modern, so I quite like the styling of that. Skechers, I'm not a huge fan of this kind of embossed detailing on the upper, but that's just my personal preference. So that's the view on the styling. Let's take them out on the course to see how they perform. Okay, so I've played a few holes wearing each of these pairs of golf shoes, and I'm going to talk you through kind of the pros and cons of each of them and then give you a summary at the end. So I'm starting with the Rife option. This is the less expensive option in the test. You know, as I've said, I like the styling of the shoe, but it is the heaviest shoe on test. So, you know, for that price point, maybe you're sacrificing that kind of lightweight feel. The other thing that I didn't really like about the feel of this golf shoe was that while the midsole feels quite thin and that helps you get low to the ground, I felt like it didn't really give you that cushioning underfoot that you might expect from a spikeless shoe. But generally speaking, it's a perfectly adequate shoe to wear during a round of golf. Was pretty comfortable. The grip was very good. You know, this outsole does give you a good hold in different conditions, different lies. Didn't feel like I was slipping out from under me at any point. So that's definitely a plus. You know, I would say it's quite roomy here in this toe section. You can see it's quite wide and rounded at the top. There's probably a bit too much room for me, even though the lengthwise it did fit me well, this shoe. And also with this extra roomy section, I felt like there was a lot of excess leather here in the toe section, and as I walked there was a fair bit amount of creasing with the leather kind of digging into the base of my toes. Again, I think that's just something that you're going to be sacrificing from a shoe at this price point, that lightweight feel and also kind of the fit and feel of the leather, and the way that the shoe is built around the last just didn't quite fit to the shape of my foot as well as I was hoping, but generally a perfectly adequate shoe to wear on the course. So the mid-priced option is this Skechers Go Golf Elite V4, and what kind of strikes me first of all is how lightweight this shoe is. It comes in at 290 grams, so it's the lightest shoe of the 3 on test. And that's been combined with a very, very soft, squidgy feeling, both underfoot and around the ankle. So if that's something you prioritize, I would say Skechers are probably one of the best brands at delivering that. You know, it's a very, very padded section around the ankle, very, very soft, squidgy feeling underfoot. I did enjoy that, and it is very comfortable, but it just felt a bit thick and a bit enclosed for me. It felt like it was probably thicker than it needed to be. I didn't feel like the grip was as good as the other options on test for me. Just felt like there wasn't enough going on with this outsole. The stability was pretty good. It's got a nice balance of kind of flexibility for walking and then stability laterally for golf swing performance. And the styling for me lets it down, but that is a subjective category, of course. You might very well like the look of this golf shoe. But yeah, I mean, in terms of I still think there's decent value for money here, coming in under £100. It's a very comfortable shoe that does perform, but maybe you're sacrificing the looks and a more low profile feeling on underfoot. So those are the kind of things that I would be wary of when choosing a golf shoe like this. Now, last up is the FootJoy Pro SL. And while I've only played a few holes in it today, I have worn this more than the other shoes over the last few months. You can see it's a bit more creased than the other models because of how much I've worn it. And I suppose that's probably the only thing I don't like about this shoe, is that it's not the most durable. The leather, while it feels nice and soft and has that premium sheen to it, it does crease and scuff a little bit more easily than the other two models. But that said, that really is the only downside with this golf shoe, because I actually love the way this shoe has been designed. It kind of has a perfect balance of being soft underfoot where you need it, but also just fitting really well. I feel like FootJoy have done a lot of hard work and research into kind of the shape of the foot and getting the last and the shape of the shoe to match that perfectly. And I felt like this is a really, really snug fit. Felt like it was molded to the shape of my foot. And as a result, this was definitely the most comfortable and best performing option, in my opinion, of the three models. You know, yes, it comes in at a more expensive price, but you're paying for that premium styling, you're paying for the fit and feel, and you're paying for the performance. It's a very, very stable option. I felt like it really just gives you that extra solid platform from which to swing, makes you able to go after drives with power without fear of kind of slipping, gives you really good control of your swing. And for me, golf shoes are an integral part of your golf equipment. And if you invest in a pair of golf shoes, just like you would invest in a set of clubs, I think there is extra performance to be had. And Pro SL is definitely one of the best spikeless options you can buy, if not the best. It's not the lightest option, it's fairly weighty, comes in at 375 grams, but still gives you a relatively lightweight feel. When you consider all the different fitting and color options, I'd say it's arguably kind of one of the best all-round packages on test. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that run through of the three different spikeless shoes at those three different price points. The big question you're probably asking yourself is, do I think that I get more performance from a golf shoe the more money I invest in it? And I have to say that I actually do. You're probably skeptical, I'm sure, but actually I feel like a model like Pro SL, yes, it comes in at that premium price point, but that actually gives me the best grip, the best stability, the best fit, and also the best feel as well. I don't like a shoe that's too soft and squidgy, and this really, I would say, delivered the best all-round performance for me. You don't get it wrong, those other two options that come in at lower price points will do a job for you, but I feel like shoes need to be considered as an integral part of your equipment, just like your clubs and other things that you spend money on. Because if you do invest in a decent pair of golf shoes that deliver stability and grip and a good fit, you will get extra performance back. So that's just my personal opinion. Golf shoes, I would say, are subjective. A lot of people are choosing them based on styling, comfort, but for me, performance has to override everything. And if you choose Pro SL, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment on the video, tell me what golf shoes you choose and whether you think there's extra performance to be had the more money you invest. But for now, from West Hill, it's goodbye from me. I'll see you next time.